I saw this weekend. My friends were asking about it and saying, did I see it? To probably see if I want to make a video on it. And I was just kind of being lazy this weekend. But 4K, 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 4K. You know, to get 4K, it takes space. It takes a lot of space to get those textures to give you 4K. You can't take a 1080p texture and get true 4K without a new texture or, you know, new downloaded assets for the games. And this is on IGN. It says Quantum Break's Xbox One patch sees it take up to 178 gigabytes. The Xbox One X patch, which is now available, comes in at over 94 gigs, as some Reddit user as highlighted by another Redditor, which combined with a TV shows 75 gigabytes of games, base games 8 gig. Quantum Break becomes Xbox One's largest game in terms of file size. It's important to note that neither the TV show nor the Xbox One X patch are mandatory downloads. True. However, as explained by Xbox One X review in progress, massive file sizes such as Quantum Breaks highlights the downsides. So you don't need the TV show part of it, but say 94 gigs and the 8 base game 8 gigs. So it's going to take over 100 something gigs. The point is, even the IGN is saying here, 4K is taking up a lot of space. Here we got Microsoft and Sony yelling 4K, 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 you need this. And now you get it. I'm not blaming fans. I'm not blaming gamers, but you can't ask for super high resolution at 4K. Right now 4K is the top and 1080p is chopped liver, and we can't even get solid 1080p even on all the consoles right now. Well, except of course the PS4 Pro and the One X, but everybody is so worried about 4K textures and 4K gaming that they didn't think about where this is going. People are pissed off about a 29 gig game like LA Noire not fitting on a Switch card. With, you know, I've already made a video about this. It's a lot of factors. The cards are expensive, past 16 gigs. The internal storage of the Nintendo Switch was too low when they released it, etc., etc. But oh, it's better on the Xbox and better on the PlayStation. No, your games are going to get bloated as crap. And with the One X, they're going to get huge because it's trying to render in straight 4K, not just upscaled, I think, on a lot of these games. So you have a terabyte. Let's say you install this as is, 178 gigs. That's almost a fifth of your hard drive space taken up, and that, you're not even going to get all of that because of formatting. So say you didn't get it and you got 94 gig patch plus the base minus that TV part of Quantum Break, still 100 gigs. That's like a tenth almost for one game, and we're already seeing games approach 100 gigs easily. It's going to get nuts for people that are going to go for the One X and truly want to play in 4K. You're going to have to hope your data cap can handle it. I have a terabyte data cap with Xfinity, but you get a couple of new games a month and you need 50, 60, 80, 90 gigs per. You got to start budgeting it if your family's using it, watch a lot of Netflix, or like for me, I work from home. 4K comes at a cost. And I think people may turn around, if you turn around and don't get the 4K download and you're bought a $500 Xbox One on a 4K TV, it's waste. I know it sounds like I'm bashing people. I'm not, but if you got the 4K TV, you bought the $500 4K system, you better suck it up and just download all this. And if you run out of space, go spend more money and buy you another terabyte or two of USB 3 externals. And it's like, wow. I may be rambling with it, but I'm shocked that people don't understand that this takes space. I'm okay with 1080p. I game on this monitor at 1080p. I got Destiny 2 running on my new 1060 at max settings. It's only 60 FPS and 1080p. You know what? Consoles can't do it. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the Switch running at 1080 or 900p, and they're locking more games at right at, if not perfect, 60 FPS. Playability, fun. Quit worrying about having 4K textures and resolution. Make sure the game is stable, fun, and doesn't run like crap. But you know, we've been listening to this, and here it is. The One X is here. Here's your giant installs. What about if you put a bunch of games on there that are 1X, you know, enhanced and has 4K? What are you going to do when you tap out your hard drive in no time? Not including all your other games, your digital downloads. People may be sitting there going, I just put $500 in this console. I'm going to have to go buy an external drive. I don't think we as a gaming community realize these companies, Microsoft and Sony and TVs, all the TV manufacturers, I'm not blaming one company, are just yelling this 4K, and we're not ready yet. I don't think we're ready for, we don't even have the storage space default on these consoles to take a bunch of 4K resolution textures. And then, you know, I don't know. It's amazing that they're that big, but then it's not that shocking. So if you got a 4K TV and that 1X coming, you better have the bandwidth to download it, and you might be thinking about getting another drive and pop it on the side of that 1X, because you may run out of space. So tell me what you think in the comments below. Not a bash toward Microsoft, not a bash toward anybody. This is 4K for you guys, for this gaming community. It takes space, it takes resources. And here we are, and people are griping about the Switch not holding a 20-something gig game, and here's a 178 gig game. And even if you take away, I think it was the TV part of it, it's over 100 gigs just for a game to get it in 4K. It's like, oh my gosh. So again, everything should pop up on the screen is subscribe and share, and please click subscribe and share and hit a thumbs up if you like this video, and also hit that notification bell, because sometimes you don't get those notifications on YouTube when I post new content. Alright everybody, Picky Gamer out.